Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to do a very highly requested video. You guys have been asking me for the longest if I could post a video in which I basically give a tutorial on how I draw men. Now, I think we all know, if you're an OG subscriber, then you know. If you're new here, hi, I love you, welcome. But I'm definitely probably not the most qualified to give tutorials. I guess that's the polite way of saying it. But I'm going to try my best to walk you guys through my process. And I also did this video in real time so that if I'm not explaining it correctly, you could at least see clearly what I'm doing. So I basically just start with a free-handed oval or egg shape that looks like a head, and I cut it down the middle with a vertical line. Then from there I cut the head in half again, this time with a horizontal line, and this is going to show me where my eyes are going to be placed. Then from that horizontal line to the bottom of the head, I draw another line that's somewhat in the middle, and that's going to show me where the nose is going to end. Then from there, I draw another line that's somewhat in the middle, and that's basically going to show me where my mouth is. Now, I'm going to admit that I don't really do this anymore. I definitely freehand everything, especially if I'm sketching. I just got to the point where I'm super comfortable with freehanding everything. Like, that's what I'm doing with these ears, and you're gonna see that freehanding definitely has its downs. But that's okay. We're going to tidy things up at the end. Just you watch. I usually start with basic shapes to show me where I will be placing the features of my face. So I will draw a triangle in the middle of the face. That will be where my nose will be, and then I will draw two vertical lines where that triangle ends, as you can see that I'm doing right now. And those lines basically tell me that the eyes will not go past those lines, because if they do, then there's a chance that the face will be slightly deformed because the eyes are too close together. Now, if that's your style, of course, go for it. When you know the basics of art, then you can deviate from it, to do exactly what you want to do and to express what you want to express. So maybe there's a reason why you want your eyeballs to be close together. Who knows? But for now, we're going to stick with regular eyeballs. After I've put in the basic shapes that show me where all my features are going to be, I then go in and basically add detail. Now, I'm doing this with a blue pencil so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing, but you don't need to do this with a blue pencil. You don't need to do this with Col-Erase pencils at all. You can do this with a regular number 2 pencil. However, if you are interested in the supplies that I am using, then please make sure you check the description box, because I will have the supplies listed there. And I am so sorry about the bright exposure. That is really just the sun. Mr. Sun decided to bless me with his presence today, and I'm like, geez, bruh, back up. But I didn't notice it was that bright until now. So I do apologize, but I do think you can still get the gist of what I'm doing in this video. And I just purchased a new Canon camera, so the videos should start looking so much better. I promise you guys. I know my OG subscribers are like, come on, Kiara, get it together. We've been here with you forever, but we need you to do just a little bit better. It's coming, you guys, just work with me. As you can see, I even blocked in the shape of the eyebrows, and I learned a long time ago that eyebrows are like sisters and not twins. so they don't have to be perfectly symmetrical. Most men typically have hairier or larger eyebrows than females, so I made sure I kept that in mind as I sketched that outline. And I know there are still a few features on this face that look completely wonky, but you have to remember that, one, this is a sketch. I personally don't care if it looks a little weird because I know that this is not a complete project and I don't want to invest this vast amount of time on something that is completely just for practice. And two, I am going to clean a lot of it up in the inking phase. And yes, I do ink a lot of my sketches. I ink my sketches because I think that I need to work on my line work. And the best way to work on your line work is to actually do line work. So that's why most of the time, all my pencil drawings still have some kind of ink on top of them. Now, the one thing that I think distinguishes men portraits from women portraits is that the men typically have more angular faces, so I'm going to give him a more chiseled jawline. Of course, this is not always the case. This is just basically how I like to draw my men, but feel free to deviate from that and see what kind of facial features you can create without chiseling the face. It's all up to you. What kind of man do you want to draw? Do you want to draw a chubby man, a muscular man, a skinny man? All these things will change the face or alter the face at least a little bit. This is where I realized that Mr. Shining Sun was shining down on me a little too much for my liking. So I went into my camera and changed the exposure, making it a little bit darker so you can actually see everything. I wish I could have did that from the beginning, but hey, you win some and you lose some. I'm just glad that you guys are here. I know you guys are probably wondering, what the heck am I doing now? Well, I am shaping a beard. I love burly, rugged men. Like, that's my thing. You can be bald-headed as long as you got some facial hair, brother. So I definitely draw with that bias in my head. Yeah, because I won't say I barely draw men, because I do draw quite a lot of men in my free time, but I don't draw as much men as I do females. I just really love drawing females. It's nothing against you men, I just prefer to draw a female. So when I do draw a man willingly for free, he's basically gonna have a beard or a cool mustache. They just gotta have some kind of facial hair. It is what it is. After I have everything blocked in, then I will proceed to inking. And you guys have seen me ink 1,001 times. So I won't show the entire process because I feel as if it is redundant, especially since you just watched the whole sketching process, but I will show you some very important things. All of those important things include hair. So we're gonna start with eyebrows. Like I said before, eyebrows on men are typically thicker than on women. So don't be afraid to get those things bushy. Like, for real. You can put in a lot of hair and it would still look okay, at least in my opinion. But of course, do what you are comfortable with. That's the most important thing about art. Well, not necessarily comfortable, because you don't want to stay in your comfort zone, but do what makes you happy, as long as it gets you out that comfort zone. And I like to add more strokes on top of the strokes I already created to basically make it seem as if there's more hair right there. Moving to eyelashes. Men actually have freakishly long eyelashes. At least all my guy friends who I have had sit down in front of me so I can draw them, they all have really long eyelashes. Now that's up to you if you want to incorporate those long eyelashes, but don't forget eyelashes, period. As you can see here, I did add the eyelashes, but with my style, I wanted them shorter. It's a style choice. If you were going for a more realistic style, maybe add some more length to those bad boys. For the beard and his fade, I like to just do a stippling action, as you can see here. Just basically putting strokes, short strokes or dots all over the area where the hair is supposed to be. And if I want it to be heavier, then I'll do the same thing like I did on his eyebrows and go back through with a second pass of stippling. And if I were to color him, then I would use my highlight sparingly instead of going all over the place like my females. But that's just about it, you guys. If you liked the video, feel free to subscribe. Bye!